Good morning, traders. Welcome to today's market review. This is Fred Razak at CMTrading. Today is February 23rd, 2022, and today is Wednesday morning. So looking at the highlights of today, you cannot avoid the elephant in the room. Russian invasion of Ukraine is rattling the markets. Now, there's no major economic events today, but there's enough volatility to go around. So starting out with the Forex symbols, the Australian dollar gives way after pushing to resistance. While we're looking at the indices, the Dow Jones and the NASDAQ had a bounce, but then gave it all back. And looking at commodities, gold retraces at resistance, while oil pretty much unchanged. Looking at stocks, Facebook still and keeps showing some weakness on the downside, almost hitting $200 a share. And lastly, looking at cryptocurrencies, Bitcoin, slight bounce, but doesn't count for anything. So let's take a look at the markets and see what we can expect from today's trading. We're just going to start with the 1 hour chart of the Euro USD. And you can see it's just tapering off here. Okay, 1323, we hit a high of 1355, no big deal. 30 pip move, really no big deal here. Okay, you see sideways trading here, but when we look at the Australian dollar, look at that. On a 1 hour chart, we see it give way after hitting the 7239-ish level, which is close enough to its 46-ish level, gave some way at resistance. Okay, so we've got to keep an eye on this to see if it does keep on, selling off. Maybe we'll see a little bit of a bounce on the Dow Jones. Now, looking at commodities, first looking at gold, you see that nice pivot move at 1914 down to 1885. Now this is a significant move. Okay, it was the first time we broke above this 1870-ish level. That would be my next support level. Okay, 1871, where we're hitting this significant multi-year, okay, resistance at this 1900. Okay, you could see that right there. Look at multi-year. It goes back to 2020. Okay, which is a big deal. All right, even at the height of it, we hit 2066, which is, it's 160 points off. Okay, we still have some way to go up in case we do. What I like about this is that it's firming up here. Okay, we could possibly see ourselves making a wedge formation. Okay, somewhere here and then bouncing out somewhere towards, let's say, April, May. Okay, and it's something to keep an eye on the longer time frame of things, because this does trade technically. Okay, very, very much so. So we are retracing here. We may retrace down to 1870. Okay, 1850 would be my extreme. All right, possibly further 1828, but that's the area we're looking for. Okay, so just keep that in mind later today. Now, looking at oil, trading sideways. Okay, not much of a change here. In the $92, $93 range, no big deal, where you would have expected some more volatility in light of the fact that Russia is going into the Ukraine, parts of it at least. Okay, no major kind of insertions, but for now. Okay, but it hasn't rattled the markets because it's all factored in, I think, already. Now, looking at the Dow Jones, 33,700 right now. We're down for the year 3,000 points officially. Okay, so that is a major retracement on the Dow Jones. Now, this is a significant support level. Okay, this goes back all the way to 2021 of April. Okay, so this is an important support level. Now, remember, we hit this area several times, and now it does look like it's teetering out here. Now, we may get that bounce, and if we get that bounce, we'll go back to 34,000. That could possibly be there, okay? But we're at that bottom then the move. 33,500 is the bottom of the move. If we break 33,500, the next real support level is 30,000, okay? So just keep that in mind. That's a major area to break, and we may do that, okay? As we're coming out of the pandemic, the markets are really showing their weakness, and they're really expressing themselves. You could see the amount of volume, okay, as we look here, all right, relative to where we are right here. Okay, you could see the volume just picking up, and that's really very, very significant over there. Now, looking at the NASDAQ, okay, this is where it also is showing some tremendous weakness, 13,975, down from 16,000, okay, 660, okay. Now, these type of moves, you could expect a V formation, okay. Just like we went up, we could definitely go down to the 9,000, 8,000, 6,000 level, okay, for sure, all right. It's a correctional move. Now, you know, despite the fact that the markets have been expanding, if we look at individual stocks, look at Facebook. We're very weak. There's just a nosedive and no coming back, okay? If it does break 200, for sure we could hit $150 a share. Now, looking at Microsoft at the bottom of that range of 287, but it did break 300. So I'd like to see if it does get a bounce today. Apple also, bottom of the range also as well. If you look at Amazon, still showing some strength here at 3,000. Okay, so that's something positive. Looking at Cisco, which is a tremendous bellwether, we got that gap and go. Now let's see if we can sustain this go. Okay, that still needs to be shown and to be proved on the long term. Now looking at Tesla, trickling down to 820 on its supportish level. So this is also a very important level for it to be at, okay, if we don't get that bounce. Now looking at Bitcoin, all right, trading at 37,950, got a $1,000 bounce, not a big deal, and we're still below that 30-day moving average, okay? So we've been hugging this 8-day moving average, we're breaking it, but we're still below the 30-day moving average. So it's still showing some weakness, and we might just settle just sideways for now, all right, as we were trading in a tighter range. This is Fred Razak. I want to wish everybody a great trading day. Thank you.